Hello and welcome. In this video, I want to share with you my practical and a bit conservative view of artificial intelligence or simply AI. My goal is to explain what AI really is, how it fits into the world we work in today, and what it can do and can't do, based on real technology and experience, not slogans. I believe this explanation will be useful for you. You've probably seen hundreds of posts and videos and presentations explaining AI in theory, or selling you the idea that AI is like a digital brain, learning and thinking like humans. But let's be honest, that's not what's really happening. And we should be clear about that from the start. AI is not one single thing. It's a broad term that includes many different technologies. The most common ones today are machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and generative models. These tools can do powerful things, but under the surface, they are mathematical models trained on huge volumes of data. Before we proceed, if you find this content helpful, please like and subscribe. Your support helps grow our community and signals to YouTube that this channel provides valuable information. I very appreciate your help in sharing knowledge. So, take machine learning as an example. It means building models that learn from historical data to make predictions, like prediction customer behavior or classifying emails. Deep learning, a more advanced type of machine learning, uses neural networks which are loosely inspired by how our neurons in the human brain work. But these models don't think. They calculate and nothing else. They don't understand. They recognize patterns in the data we give them, nothing else. And the key here is data. As Andrew Yang, one of the most respected voices in the AI space, often says, AI is like electricity. It becomes useful when applied to the right problems, not when imagined as magic. He also says that most of today's AI is narrow AI. It's good at doing one task, like, for example, translating text or detecting objects in an image, but it doesn't understand context of reason like a person. When I studied IT more than 20 years ago, we already learned the basic concepts of neural networks and models that today we call machine learning. In fact, I studied in a university that was a part of the Research Institute of Artificial Intelligence. But back then, we couldn't run these models in practice. We didn't have the GPUs, we didn't have the cloud, and we didn't have the large-scale data needed to make AI usable. Today, we have all three, and that's why AI has become real. Now, let's talk about why this technology became so popular. One of the biggest reasons is marketing. Many companies add AI powered to their product names because it sells better. Products labeled with AI are more likely to get attention, funding, and media coverage. The problem is many of these tools are just using very basic automation or maybe standard analytics. But AI sounds much better than automation or rule-based system. This creates confusion. If I ask, do you know what machine learning is? Many people will say no. unless they've studied it. But when they hear AI, they think it's smart, maybe even close to human intelligence. And that's part of the illusion. We hear AI and imagine something more than it really is, when in fact it's software trained on data to do one specific task well. That said, AI is not fake. It's a real step forward. But it's important to understand what changed. When I studied IT more than 20 years ago, we already had the theories of neural networks and models we now can machine learning. I studied at a university that was part of an institute of artificial intelligence. But back then we had no GPU clusters, no cloud computer, and no massive data sets. Today, all of that has changed. We finally have the computing power, cloud scale, and data storage to make these models work in real time at, at global scale. This is why AI today can help us with many routine tasks. It helps us sort documents, analyze images, write context, generate code, suggest medical diagnosis, detect fraud, and more and more. It's not thinking. It's just working fast on a huge amount of data. And that speed gives us value. It removes bottlenecks. It reduces costs. It lets people focus on higher level work. At the same time, many people are asking, will AI take away our jobs? The short answer is yes and no. Yes, some jobs will be automated, just like during the Industrial Revolution. Certain roles will disappear. But history shows us something else too. When technology replaces old roles, it also creates new ones. Blacksmiths disappear, but electricians, mechanics, and factory managers appear. With AI, we will need new jobs like, for example, prompt engineers, model trainers, data pipeline architects, AI governance engineers, etc., etc. We also see existing roles shift. DevOps engineers will work with AI-based monitoring tools, support teams will manage AI-generated answers, and project managers will oversee AI-assisted planning. So, education and reskilling are the keys. People will need to learn how to work with AI, not fear it. The goal is human plus AI, not human versus AI. Now, the big question, are we close to building human-like AI? My personal opinion, and this matches that many experts say, is no, but not soon. Current AI systems are not creative. They don't invent ideas. They don't understand context the way people do. They only analyze existing data and generate output based on patterns. For example, AI can write a story or code snippet, but only because it has seen millions of examples during training. It doesn't truly know what it's doing. For this reason, we must carefully evaluate proposed solutions by different AI tools like GitHub Copilot instead of just copy paste proposed solutions just because Copilot can't understand full context which we have behind source code. AI can think about things it hasn't been exposed to. If we don't include certain ideas, suggestions, or reasoning in the data on the algorithms, AI won't suddenly invent them. It can only explore the data space we give it. That's a very different kind of intelligence compared to a human. Still, this kind of intelligence is useful. It helps companies scale operations, optimize performance, improve services, support decision making, etc., etc. And it will be part of every major business systems in the next few years, from supply chains to finance to find a customer experience. So, what is my conclusion? AI is not magic. It's not human, but it's a real and powerful tool. Understanding what is behind it, the mass, the data, the limits, helps us use it better. We should welcome AI as the next big technology transformation, like the internet or cloud computing, but stay realistic and responsible how we apply it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.